Today we're going to work on condensing log expressions, which is not going to take us very long because all we're doing is going the other direction. If you are asked to condense a log expression, now I think the instructions in your book say something different. I think they say write as a logarithm of a single quantity. Okay, I think that's what your book is going to say, but I think they maybe also use the phrase condense. All right, so what are we talking about? Well, we're going the other direction. You remember the other day that I said the natural log of 8x equals the natural log of 8 plus the natural log of x. All right? Well, that was expanding it. What's going to happen today is we're going to start here and we're going to go back this direction. All right? That's why I said this won't take us very long. So, let's get to some examples. Number one, we'll start easy. If I have the natural log of x plus the natural log of 5, if I go back the other direction, what is it? The natural log of 5x. Okay, so we're just doing the properties the other direction. We're condensing. How about the natural log of 7 minus the natural log of a? I'm just doing a couple easy ones to start. Wouldn't that be the natural log of 7 over a? Right? So that's pretty easy. Let's do a couple that are more complicated. Maybe I have log base 2, and this has a 2/5 out in front of it. 2/5 log base 2 of 6x. Something like that. Well, the 6x is already condensed, but I can do something with this 2/5 power. I can bring it around here. So how does that look? It will be log base 2 of 6x, the quantity, to the 2/5 power. Now, isn't there another way I could write that with the radical? Just in case you're checking them in the back of your book and they write it as a radical, I could also write this as the 5th root of 6x, the quantity squared. I could also write it that way. Okay, so just be aware that they might do that. All right, let's go to this problem. The natural log of x minus 3 times the natural log of x plus 5 plus the natural log of x minus 5. That's a little bit more challenging problem for condensing. Now, you might be wondering, where should I start? Kind of like we learned a long time ago, I think it's good to start inside the bracket. So if I want to bring these two together, then I have the natural log of x plus 5 times x minus 5. Now, can't I simplify that even some more? Isn't that the difference of two squares? I could make this the natural log of x squared minus 25. Right? Now, the rest of this is still the same. This is the natural log of x minus 3 times that. Now I think it'd be a good time to bring that 3 around. Okay, so now I have the natural log of x minus the natural log of x squared minus 25 to the 3rd. Okay, all I did was I brought this 3rd power around. And don't I have one more step? Sometimes people ask, how far do I go? Well, I go till I can't go any farther. So I can do one more thing. I can bring these two together with the quotient property, which makes this x over x squared minus 25, the quantity, cubed. And that would be my final condensed answer. All right? Let's do one more, and then we'll stop. This is a good problem because people often get confused on what to do on this problem. Natural log of x squared plus 4 minus the natural log of x plus 3 minus the natural log of x minus 3. Now, sometimes I think you have to be thinking ahead with your first step. And I'm glad we're going over this problem. You notice, don't I have two minuses? And doesn't a minus mean I'm going back to a quotient? So let me show you the trick on this one. I think, do you see these two little things right here? Aren't those a difference of two squares if they're multiplied, right? So watch what we can do. I can take a negative, I can factor out a negative and make this the natural log of x plus 3 plus the natural log of x minus 3. I can do the distributive property backwards with those last two terms. And that's really the trick to this problem. The first part still stays the same. If you do that, now inside the bracket, I've got a plus sign, which means I can do the product rule and bring those two together. Make this the natural log of x plus 3 times x minus 3. And just like the last problem, that's a difference of two squares. So this is the natural log of x squared minus 9. And remember, we've still got this business out here, the natural log of x squared plus 4 minus that, and now we're just about done. Now I can just do the quotient property, and I have the natural log of x squared plus 4 over x squared minus 9. The key to this problem was this step right here. And what did we do? We took out a negative. Okay, this was a negative. If I factor out a negative, this becomes a plus. And we will stop there for today.